Hi guys, welcome to Between the Lines podcast, where we talk about ethical dilemmas that professionals face in their line of work. I am Maslina and I'm your host for today. I have with me a team of exceptional ladies who are skilled in their works, and they'll be sharing with us how we can navigate ethical dilemmas in our field of work. So I'll be introducing them, and I have with me
Amy. I'm Sandra.
I'm Betty.
I'm Abigail.
I'm Sandra.
I'm Alexa.
I'm DeLawrence.
I'm Precious.
Hello ladies, welcome. Okay, so today we'll be talking about confidentiality and veracity. I'm sure our audience will be wondering what is confidentiality and what is veracity. So I think personally what I know is confidentiality is when you experience, in your field of work, you have to keep some secrets, with what your clients tell you.
Yeah, code of secrecy.
And with veracity, I think it has something to do with your moral rights or something like that. So please, can you shed some light on what confidentiality and veracity is? Anyone?
So, as you said, confidentiality means keeping an information very private, right?
Yeah.
And then it is the obligation to not disclose a person's personal issues.
Okay.
So, a typical example is a patient, right, who has HIV and tells the doctor not to inform his or her partner about the issue at hand.
Okay.
Yeah, and then veracity, as you said, is truth telling.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's basically it.
So you said that it's like your obligation. So even if it can affect the other person, like in the example you gave, the person is an HIV patient and the partner, somebody she continually has sex with, she can't tell the person.
Yes, that is when confidentiality comes in.
Okay.
Yes, but with these two, they do conflict a lot.
Okay.
Because keeping an information private is very, very important.
Okay.
Somebody's personal information, yes, you have to keep it very private. But here lies the case, a second party is involved. That is where veracity comes in. You have to tell the truth, but confidentiality won't allow you to tell the truth. Yes.
So wait, my problem is this person has HIV and the other person can die. As a professional, you still have to keep it a secret.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's this quote what's his name? Albert Einstein.
Okay.
He says that in matters of truth and justice, there's no difference between large and small problems. So this means that every ethical issue, no matter how minor it may seem, deserves serious attention.
Okay. I think that you ladies, you agree, makes sense.
Yeah.
Are you sure? So if it's your brother. I think for us to have a deeper understanding of confidentiality, I think we need to talk about situations where telling the truth might break someone's confidence. Does anyone have, a typical example of where you are telling the truth, but then it could be that you're breaking someone's confidence? Can anyone?
You have a boss and then there's a supervisor, and then probably you are under the supervisor, and always your boss will give works out, maybe presentation or something. Then I will prepare the PowerPoint and everything. Then my supervisor will be the one to send it to the boss. So the boss thinks that it is my supervisor that is doing the work, but it is not him. So I feel there was a day, or every day, he was taking the glory. So there was a day the work was given, and then I was like, oh boss, this I can't do it too. Then my boss was like, oh no, let your supervisor do it. I was like, no, actually the works, I'm the one that have been doing it. This one, I feel like I've not done anything because you were actually taking my glory. The fact that I've gone to say the fact that I've gone to say my supervisor was feeling that I've gone to say something I wasn't supposed to say.
Are you a junior staff? You're under
Yes.
So certain things like this, you don't just voice it out like that.
Why?
Because you are under him.
No, this is not being under him. Oh.
Okay, you're down. Okay.
So I'm coming. So we are trying to explain when you break someone's confidence.
Yes, so one of my supervisor is feeling like I've broken his confidence by going to tell
your
our
boss.
boss that I'm the one that does the work and not him.
Did he cost you your job?
No, it didn't cost me my job.
Then that's fine.
But then,
It has its own consequences.
yes.
But yeah, I think in the
because when
future,
the boss, my
yeah.
supervisor was, hating on me some kind. You get it?
And even in the future, like, but wait, why?
It's a must.
Why?
Why?
It's a bias thing.
But I think
it's
that
not
this
biased.
happens a lot.
It
happens a lot.
because
Your boss didn't know.
yeah, my boss didn't know. My boss didn't know because always when their work is given, you'll be on his laptop and then or probably talking to girls and this and then sometimes there are these days that say that again.
You did the right
Because there was this day that he was giving $100. Please, just give me
Yes.
buy me lunch or breakfast or something.
Imagine costing your job.
You don't know money, that's it.
Oh my goodness. So please. So that brings us to the next question I want to ask. How do professionals like doctors or lawyers or even journalists deal with tough choices between keeping things private and being honest? So let me give a typical example. So let's say you're a journalist working like sometimes I feel like Anas's cases are very, very serious. I feel like there are some cases where he should keep it because they have the ability to cause riots in the country. So as a journalist, working on cases that are so sensitive that can cause these things, do you think that they should still continue to put those contents out for public consumption?
And when it comes to governmental issues or developmental issues, I feel like you should put it out there because if these are ministers or governments are spending our money or they are using the money for the wrongful things and then you find a way to get those informations, I feel like it should be out there so that they know that we are aware of what they are doing. If there's a way that they will repent from what they are doing, yes, but not rather attacking people or
like
going
that.
after their lives. That's
That's a suit.
okay. Yes, suits. Exactly, suits.
Okay.
You see, there was this time that what's his name?
Mike Ross.
No, not Mike Ross. Mike Ross's boss.
Harvey.
When Harvey realized a lot of truth, but then he couldn't tell any other person.
Okay.
Like let's start from Mike Ross. When he knew that Mike Ross wasn't qualified
Like
or
to be a
something,
lawyer.
yes. But then he has already even himself. He has committed himself because he wasn't called to the bar. He doesn't have the certification. Then you've given him the permission to go ahead and practice law, which was not. And then later when their boss knew about it, the lady, she also couldn't say. I feel like this thing it comes with conflict of interest because if it's not benefiting you, you go ahead to snitch. But if it's
Because in the movie too, it seems like everybody who found out the secret used it to get something.
Yes. You
So,
see, okay. So when they realized that Mike Ross wasn't
a lawyer.
and then Harvey, they knew some cases that Harvey was going after, and then they knew that they would have lost those cases. So they went after Harvey, threatening him with that because he could have also lost his certificate or something.
Yeah.
And then, he has to give up. But later he found a way to win those cases, though. So I feel like this one there, it depends. If you are winning something, fine. Especially with lawyers. When it comes to lawyers.
Maybe he or she has told you something which is not supposed to go into the public. But here lies the case. Between you and the lawyers and the judges, you have to say something. Maybe that particular thing might save the person. So in this case, I think you have to just tell the truth and let the judge know, and maybe if there's supposed to be a sentence or something, it can be reduced or any rightful judgments can be given.
That's cool.
And I believe some lawyers do sell their cases to journalists just to make Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, how do that?
The journalists
Even with
get
the
their
judges.
case.
Oh.
And some judges also do.
Yeah, you do it.
So let's say this girl that was on TikTok
Yeah.
Yeah. You see how people were following her story? With the sugar daddy there, first Atlantis was. Oh, you didn't hear that?
You didn't hear that story?
The sugar daddy.
I remember.
NSSC.
Okay.
Oh, Ama, they bought car for her. They later took the car and what? Oh,
But that lady, she got Vimo. Hey,
yes.
to take somebody to court for not being boyfriend.
I think that's still on the case.
No, what? No, she was asked to return the car.
Just that. I want to ask something, but it's not related, so I want. Why are you following somebody's husband in the first place?
Yeah, come on, our message. Yes, why can't this?
The young girls, why are they saying yes? Why are they saying yes?
Why are you proposing? Why are you to propose?
No, at this point, married women should keep their husbands. That's all.
Lock them up.
We are keeping them.
Keep them up.
Okay, please let's come back to our confidentiality. So yeah, so for somebody out there watching us, I think some of the questions that would be on their mind is, can somebody get into trouble for either confidentiality, breaking confidentiality? Yeah, as a professional, can you get into trouble for breaking confidentiality?
Yes, a lot. Lawyers, you can.
Oh, okay.
You see, most companies have this code of secrecy, and once you sign that, you don't have to go outside and then disclose any secrets. Yes.
Okay.
Even if it is between life and death, that one you
have
knew
to-
it and then you signed for it,
signed
so
it.
you have to deal with it.
Or
Or the therapist. If I come to you as a therapist, I'm come to seek therapeutic whatever section, and then I tell you that, oh, maybe I did this and that is what is causing my depression or something, and later I hear it on the news. Hey,
money changes everything. Now money changes everything.
I'll sue you for money.
The best place to keep your secret is the press. Go there and come.
now who said the police don't even say it? Do you know that let's say if it is death and life, if you go and tell the police that you've killed, if you tell the police that you've killed, the police will call the police on you. Yes, they'll call the police on you.
Of course.
But that's it, because they also say they have to do right, because what you did is not good, so they are seeking justice for people, and probably what they'll tell you is that confess your sin, Jesus is Lord.
Jesus is Lord. Jesus said, I don't tell them that.
Oh, but the thing is, if you doctors, we know that they've signed something. With the priest, I know they've not signed anything.
Oh, they're sworn to an oath of secrecy.
Yes.
Yeah.
The oath of secrecy is like very loud
They have
something.
something. They go through like
People swore with the Bible and they go against it every day.
Our president, Crampo, they swear with the Bible. Meanwhile,
Wait, you people, what you people are?
no, never think that. Never think that you go and tell a priest that you've killed, and the priest to let you go scot free.
Just imagine I'm the priest.
So wait, you guys are trying to say that when the professional has signed something, then people will feel confident like
Yes.
telling those
When
people.
I'm suing you, I have something.
Yes, and evidence
Okay.
to base on.
You swore an oath. I wasn't there when you were swearing that oath. So what is my point? You get it? So.
And then with the priest, Crampo, they say, "Unyame juma no ye."
Hey.
So it will not go anywhere.
Yes. Very good.
But then with the
Okay.
lawyers, doctors.
You dey trust lawyer.
You guys are making some interesting submissions. So please, my guests are saying that it's better to go and reveal your secret or information to somebody who has signed.
Keep it.
Okay, so I believe we've all heard about whistleblowers. Please, can you shed some light on who whistleblowers are?
Okay, so whistleblowers.
My lady in.
I don't even
Okay, so whistleblowers, it takes two. You have to. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing too.
Okay.
So let's say in a company where you know that stealing is going on, and your values, you know that stealing is not good, and this person every day this person is stealing. I feel like you should say it.
So guys, it's been really interesting. Thank you for coming. And that brings us to the end of our podcast, Between the Lines. We hope that you learned some valuable lessons that you can apply in your professional line of work. Thanks for staying with us. And please subscribe, like, and comment. You can also leave some topics that you would want us to discuss in the next podcast. Thank you.